Okay, so in case you have been living under a rock lately, which I envy you because now's a pretty good time to be living underneath a rock. You don't want to know what's going up above the rocks. It's a crazy world. So anyway, as you know, Donald Trump he wants to build a wall along the Mexican-United States border, and he's going to get Mexico to pay for it. So I am like, there's some things that are kind of like, they're a little sketchy, and I know like there's thousands of people that show up at his thing, and they're all wearing those denim shirts and that hat, the rhinestone America hat, and trust me, I'm not voting for either of them, but that's beside the point. Like, this is just for this particular moment. I have to raise these questions about like you ask him, it's like, so he's like, oh yeah, we're going to get Mexico to pay for the wall. And you're like, how are you going to get Mexico to pay for this wall? And it's like, oh, by getting Mexico to pay for this wall. And you're like, but that doesn't answer anything. You're like, what does that mean? And it's like you're saying that like you're going to get Mexico to pay for the wall by getting Mexico to pay for the wall. It's like, how are they going to pay? How are they going to pay for the wall? He's like, I guess pesos. And you're like, yeah, like, and it's on and on and on and on. And it's like, first off, to build this wall, I mean, there's like, what, we'll just say there's 1,000 miles of border. Okay, well, you're going to have like fencing stuff. And what are you going to build it out of? Wood? They got termites. I mean, you can chop through it with a saw. Metal? I think you can get through metal. I mean, you know, they have like torches. Like, it's like basically saying like, okay, well, you know, like, how you make it out of like a fence? Oh well, we got bolt cutters. Unless you're making this fence out of basically like some kind of X-Men, like Wolverine adamantium, kind of like just something that's not like just a bulletproof glass of a wall. I don't know how this is going to work, and I mean that's a lot. That is a lot of labor, and that's like a lot of wall. I mean, it basically, I mean, that's 1,000 miles of wall. Who's going to build it? I mean, I would think, here's how I would see Donald Trump doing it, because he's suave like that, and, you know, also he's a little racist. So he'll go to, like, say, okay, I know how I'm going to get these people, how the wall's going to get built, and it'll be like, he goes to those, like, Lowe's and the Home Depot and finds the day laborers, like the immigrant day laborers, and he's like, hey, you guys want to make some money? And it's like, I got this project, and he's like, because he's thinking, like, oh, yeah, you know, they're great, and the Mexicans love building walls, they love building things, so I'm going to make it worth their while. So they're like, hey, follow me, I want you to build this wall, it's in my backyard, but the surprise is on you, because it's actually the wall that's separating you and your family, and now you got to get on the other side. And it's like, I mean, it's going to come down to that, and then he's going to charge like Mexico, like send them a bill, because you know once you send somebody a bill, they got to pay for it. It's like going to end up in debt court. I mean, is Mexico going to end up in debt court because they didn't pay for this wall that they didn't even want in the first place? And it's like, hey, well, you know, we had to use your people to like build this wall, and they shouldn't be here in the first place. And it's just like, what? So I mean, this whole thing is never going to happen. I mean, you have a better chance of getting the Three Little Pigs to build a wall around the America, just with their straw and their brick, which would be a lot of brick. I mean, 1,000 feet of brick is just like 1,000 miles of brick. Actually, that's a lot of brick. But then you have to build it up. I don't even know where we're going to get all that brick, if that's the option. But you know, I'm sure we got sticks and hay, and you know, if the pigs want to do it, I mean, you have a better chance of just putting a big sign out in front of America, like just on like where like the fields are and everything, that says closed, and hope that nobody comes through in the middle of the night and flips it over so it says, you know, now open, from the sorry we're closed sign that you find in restaurants and stuff like that. So I mean, it's and even if Mexico pays for this thing, where they going to get this money? Because like apparently they don't have money, because people are leaving there. They're like, man, I'm tired of this living in this adobe. I got dirt walls, and you know how hard it is to put on my Menudo posters, and with these clay walls, I can't get anything to stick to them. So you know, whatever. Like Richie Valens, I don't know like a lot about their culture. Selena. Anyway, besides the point, like they're just like they're poor. and it's like all of a sudden like they got enough money to make this wall, I would be very angry. It's like oh mios dios, this whole time they've had this money, and and here's the one thing I will say: you don't have to worry about like keeping them out. Once you're President Trump, I'm pretty sure they're going to leave anyway, because I mean, and they'll probably be like Americans jumping across it. So anywho, I mean, if you want to spend a lot of money, I'll stand at the border, and anytime I see somebody trying to sneak through, I'll be like, I'm cheap, and whatever. So the only thing I can come up with also is like you keep saying like, hey, how you going to get them to build this wall again? And he's all like, I'm going to build them. It's like, no, Mexico's saying they're not. Oh, trust me, they're going to pay for this wall. And it's like, how are you going to pay? It's like, how are they going to pay for this? And you keep asking them, and it's just like, oh, they're just going to pay. And there's like no direct answer. And the only thing I can come up with is like maybe he's got like some nude pictures of Mexico. I don't know if I'm going to publish them. And oh boy, scandal! If it's either that or he's like a Jedi, or it's going to be like, I'm not going to pay for this wall, and he's going to like, you will pay for this wall, and then I'll be all like, I'll pay for this wall, and then maybe that's his trick. I don't know, but anyway, that is my whole thing. And regardless, like you don't have to vote for any of these people. Keep in mind, the only thing I can say about Hillary is like her husband got elected and got Fleetwood Mac back together, but that's still not enough to get my vote. I've already seen Fleetwood Mac because of her, and thanks a lot, but not that much of a thing. So anyway, this whole wall thing. And I also found out, like, I'm pretty sure, like, this whole concept of a wall is why Pink Floyd has not sued yet. I'm thinking, like, Donald Trump went to, like, a Pink Floyd concert in, like, 1980, and he was all like, hey, this wall thing seems like a pretty good idea. And then, meanwhile, in the future, it's like, hey, Speedy Gonzalez and George Lopez, you can stay, but the rest of you got to go. I don't know how that works. But that's my thing on the wall. And so if anybody knows where this mystery money is going to come from, maybe just let me know. And again, I don't care like who you're going to vote for. This is just my whole thing of like this wall thing is just completely making me like, well, I have no idea. So anyway, good luck, America. When ain't it?